Hello, if you're like me and you spend your whole life online trying to learn stuff and to do stuff, then chances are that you spend lots of hours watching videos for tutorials, challenges, courses, explainers, and maybe you also do your own videos. And then you have to check if they came out all right. Okay? So if you do this, you will know that watching video will take up a lot of time, and that's where this Chrome extension comes in. This will save you hours and hours every week. So that's why this should actually be one of the first things you're ever going to implement whenever you want to be more productive. Today I'm going to talk to you about this Chrome extension called Video Speed Controller. My name is Olaf and I am your tool finder. So let's have a look. Why did I need this in the first place? Well, as I said, I have done loads of courses, lots of training as well, heaps of tutorials, many explainers and challenges, and even I rewatch live events, especially these days when we do all of these courses and trainings and events online, as you will know. But also in Facebook groups you see there are a lot of videos available, and when they have been live they will end up in the Facebook group and you can have a look at them later on. So they are pre-recorded. And if you are going to watch all these videos, then you will notice that a big part of the videos that you are watching will be, well, of minor interest, or at least you can speed up things because the person is talking slowly, or just because you can grasp the, let's say, the inner meaning of the video also at a higher speed. So if you would do this and you set it to a higher speed, this would save you lots of time that you could spend on a new client, on new projects, or maybe just to save you time to spend more time home with your kids and family. Whatever you want to do with the time, that's up to you. But if you are an online marketer like me, this means you can make a lot more money. If we look at the features of this Chrome extension, then there are lots of useful ones. So for example, you can choose to show or hide it automatically. You can have your own custom keyboard shortcuts. In my case, I changed it to different letters because the letters that they suggested are already in use at my keyboard. You can set the preferred speed. So if you don't set it, it will just keep that as a default. It will remember your last setting. So if you end up at twice the speed, next time it will start at twice the speed. You can use it on every video platform like YouTube, Vimeo, Wistia, HTML videos. Well, it works everywhere I've seen. And you can disable it on specific sites if you don't want it to show. And of course, it is a free Chrome extension, which is always a good bonus. What are the benefits of using Video Speed Controller? Well, it's easy to use. That's a plus. It's very intuitive. Actually, there are only a couple of things you can do with it, so it's not that hard, but still it's intuitive. And they have a lot of useful options that I showed to you in the last slide. But most of all, it's free, and the best of the best benefits is it's a massive time saver. I actually wished I had discovered this, well, years ago, because that would have saved me weeks in total of time spent on videos that I could have sped up easily ×2 or at least ×1.5. So this will save you tons of time. So what are the people saying about it? Well, on the Chrome Web Store you can see that it gets almost 5-star out of 2,500 people, which is a great result. And another one, these are only 6 reviews, but they give this Chrome extension a 4.5 star, which is fine. I would easily give it a 5-star because this is really one of the, well, the gems, the discoveries that I have made recently. And as said, well, a couple of years too late. But for you guys, I should start with this right away. So how much time can this actually save you? Well, for this I made a calculator so we can see exactly how much time this would save you. So let's go to it. I will bring it up. And I will put myself right down in the corner. So here you can see how much time it would save you or how much money you could make more because you have this time available to do other projects, for example. So let's see, how many hours of a video do you watch per week? And then, of course, I mean business video and not Netflix. And we can set this to a certain amount. The video speed you would set it to. And this means in general that you can set it from 1 to 2. And in my experience, the number of 2 would be a bit exaggerated because then it will really get hard to follow, depending a little bit on who's talking. And sometimes you can set it to 2, sometimes to 1.8, but in general, my default is 1.5. And depending on who's talking, for example, if very fast speakers are in the video, then you can slow it a little bit down to 1.3, for example. And if we calculate the fee or the rate per hour that you would charge to your external customers, or you would calculate for yourself internally, then we would come up with the amount of dollars that we could save per week. And if you multiply this by 40, this would mean $3,200 every year, obviously. So in this case, let's see, how much video hours are we business, of course, are we watching every week? Well, in my case, that would easily be at least 1 a day. So I will put it to, I'll put this to 5. The video speed, I would leave it at 1.5, and this I would set to 120. So in this case, this would save me $200 per week, or better yet, I could make $200 more per week if I could charge my external clients $120, which sometimes is the case. But if, let's say, we calculate with the internal rate of 30, we still would save $50 per week in time that we could spend on other things. If you only watch, let's say, 1 per week, but you would set it to, for example, 2, and you have a client fee of 60, it would still save you $1,200 each year. So it depends a little bit on how much challenges, Facebook groups, videos, courses and trainings, etc. you do. But if you do, then this is a massive time saver. So with only 1 hour each day and the default setting of 1.5 and a client fee, which is, well, pretty default and standard, I would say, of 60s, maybe even on the low side, depending on the business you're in, then it would already save you $100 every week, which means $4,000 every year. So I would say that is a great success. So let's get back to the presentation and see what we have left. Obviously, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So let's have a look. So this was the calculation we just saw. And if we were going to go to the Chrome extension itself, it would look like this. You can just install it. And if you have installed it, it would end up over here. And default, if it's like this, these are the options you can see now. So you can, I will enlarge this a little bit for you. You can show or hide the controller. You can decrease or increase the speed. You can rewind, you can advance. Obviously, you can also use the arrows for this. Reset the speed and set your preferred speed. And obviously, you can enable or disable it. Hide the controller by default. Remember the playback speed. And you have a couple of sites that you don't want this video speed controller to appear on. And you can save it like this. So what does this do exactly? Well, let's see. So what you will see in YouTube, for example, now is the left top. You will see this one that is saying the video will play at the normal default speed. But if I would play it, I could just speed it up. But I could also use the keyboard shortcuts to decrease the speed. As you can see, I just used the Q and the A for speed up. And like this, you can just decrease or increase the speed. And this will work on any video. For example, this is an embedded video, and if I would play it, and as you can see, I could use like this to slow it down to 1.5 or increase it with my mouse or with my keyboard. So that is actually how it works, and it is a very easy tool. You just install it in Chrome, set your options, and you're good to go. And this can save you, as I have just showed you, a lot of time. And I just found out something interesting that I would not keep from you, because if you want to play your local videos using Chrome and speed it up, that's also an option. What you have to do for that to work is you go to Chrome extensions, you search for video as in video speed controller, and in the details you will click this, allow access to file URLs, and you set this to on. And if you do this, for example, I could open up my video that I just did for you guys with Chrome. Here you will see that this is the local video that I just shot, and if you want you can just speed it up like this or down with the mouse, or obviously also with the keyboard controls, just as in the browser when you are online. So this is just a local file that I opened with Chrome, and I set my video speed controller extension to allow access to file URLs. So that is just an extra bonus for now. So I hope you like this, and I'll see you in the next video.